Okay, so today we're doing something a bit extra. We're going to try and make a splitter, a front splitter out of wood, specifically plywood. So this morning I went and fetched myself a plank of wood, and I forgot to record all of that because I was in a bit of a rush. So let me quickly show you what I have. Okay, so I got myself 12mm plywood here, and the plan is to cut it to the shape of the buffer. So I tried doing this because you can get you're not going to find like a good splitter for this car, but you can find those universal kits. I think it's like 3-piece universal kits that you can buy, the plastic ones, and I mean it looks good on like a Golf or like these newer cars, but it's just gonna be so weird on this car. So the plan is to, I don't know what it's gonna look like, but hopefully it comes out okay. So I'm going to start off by just tracing like a rough outline of the buffer, and then I'm going to go from there. So obviously I'm thinking of maybe about 4 or 5 centimeters further out than the buffer, but then it'll be a bit thinner towards the sides. Let's see what happens. What I've done here is just trace the bumper all the way, and so now I've started to draw this line, which is supposed to be an extra 10 meters further out than the bumper. So I've just been like drawing dots and kind of connecting the dots every like centimeter or so, and then obviously at the end here it gets a bit narrower. That was the whole purpose of that. So I think I'm just going to have to kind of, shape this quite nicely so that it comes out. There's no like sharp edge here. Kind of curve it nicely. Okay, so I also forgot to mention that this edge, or edge to edge, is supposed to be the width of the tires. So this is the edge of the left tire to the right tire. So that automatically is further out than the bumper on the sides. Oh, and then also I have an RGB strip that runs like underneath the buffer at the moment. So now with this splitter in place, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. I'm gonna have to find a solution, but I'm thinking of just putting it on the chassis. Just put the strip on the chassis where just under the radiator. I think it should be fine there. this is it. It's done. I went over it with permanent marker so I can see better, but I think this should be good. Now I'm interested to see what it actually looks like.
Living life every day, late at night, not okay.
So I'm about to cut this thing. I'm just going to use the jigsaw. That's the only thing that we have. So yeah, hopefully it's not too difficult to. Hopefully it's not going to be a pain to cut plywood with this thing. Shouldn't be. But let me quickly show you what I'm going to cut with. Okay. I'm just going to be using this thing. Let's see what happens.
Better days, I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked me. I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done. Cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight, gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy, how to get there? Glad that you asked.
So luckily the blade that I had worked. It worked quite well actually. I mean, this thing could focus well. Yeah, I think it's a pretty clean cut, but then also I went in and sanded it down, so yeah, it doesn't look too bad. I'm actually quite happy with how it turned out. Next step is to paint it. Yeah.
I believe in a better day. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in a better day.
Okay, so it's the next day now, and I went out and got this. This is semi-gloss enamel black. Yeah, and this is basically, I have to hand paint this with a brush. But I think this is going to be a bit better for the wood, better than spray paint. Because I'm thinking spray paint's just going to go on a bit thin, and then, you know, with water, when it gets scraped underneath, I think this is going to be a bit better for the wood. I might just, over this, I might maybe spray it like matte black with spray paint, so we'll see what happens there. But I think this should be good. Yeah, I think this should be good. So then on top of that, I went out and got these brackets, and so the plan here is to kind of make it sit like that, bolt it onto the wood, and then bolt it on to the chassis like this. Obviously these two brackets aren't going to be enough. I just brought them to kind of test out the plan. So either I'm going to replace them with much bigger brackets, or I'm just going to get more of them. And then lastly, I was actually being a bit dumb. I forgot to cut the back of the wood. So basically I cut this kind of curve on the outside, but I forgot to cut all the inside where it actually touches the car, touches the chassis. So basically, well, let me flip this and show you. So yeah, so the plan is to cut this. This is going to be the wheel arch, and so yeah, it's a bit of a scribble line. But the plan is when the wheel's on full lock, it shouldn't scrape on this thing. So I'm just going to cut this bit off here, and the same for the other side. And then the middle is just going to be, well, obviously, okay, so this side was touching the exhaust. Can't have that happen. It's obviously going to start a fire. So the plan is to just cut this rectangle bit off. And then, yeah, so then the brackets can sit like that. And then there's already like holes on the chassis where the radiator is. So I'll just use those holes and put the bracket there. Yeah. Okay, so it's officially done. I think it might be a bit too big, so I might end up cutting it down, well, a bit later, a couple centimeters. But I think it came out pretty okay, and for me doing it myself, I think it's decent. Maybe it might not match the car specifically, but I think yeah, I mean, like, if you were to do it yourself, if I can do it, you can do it, is what I'm trying to say. But specifically for me, I think I will be cutting it down a bit more.